Hey, girl. Hey. How's it going, girl?
It's going flushingly, amazingly. I'm happy to be here in my home.
So I may have a connection that may be able to get us tickets to the Nanny musical if it ever becomes a thing.
That's a hoot that you have that connection, and the answer is whatever it takes. Do they need reach around? What is the deal? Like, you tell me.
I don't know what the deal. Like, we'll still have to pay for them. It's not like free tickets, but it will be tickets.
I mean, if they could get us tickets just to meet her.
Well, I mean, is Fran Drescher even going to be in it?
She might be their opening night.
How great would it be if Andrew Lloyd Webber did the musical?
I mean, you know me, I do this joke a lot, but I really think sometimes it would be really amazing if you took some of these sitcoms that have started turning into these properties like this and did things like turn them into a tragic opera.
Mm-hmm.
I would love that, right?
I just saw something on the Facebook.
Not the Facebook.
The Facebook that is very depressing.
Oh.
Or what makes me feel old.
Oh.
Fairuza Balk is now 48.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, can I tell you a secret?
You don't know who Fairuza Balk is?
No, I know that part. I'm going to tell you the other secret.
What's the other secret?
We're old, bitch.
Yes!
Yes! Aging the house down boots.
Aging the boots, the house down.
Aging the orthopedic shoes, the house down boots.
They're sass, girl. They're sass.
Sass.
Oh, God.
I hate you so much. Sometimes.
Dear listeners, whenever you go to like Myrtle Beach or something, there's always the Sass Shoe Warehouse that are orthopedic with Velcro. Oh,
I look forward to that life.
I have started wearing, I'm going to plug something that I like shoe-wise. Oh. Dear listeners, I am a queen of a flat foot. I am the flattest footed person I know.
You so flat, your feet so flat that they have to use it to level out leveling tools.
I don't even know what kind of a joke that was, girl.
Your feet so flat.
Try it again. Try hit me. Hit me.
Your feet so flat.
Come on.
Come on. The pancakes are envious. I don't know. I'm just being stupid right now. So your feet is so flat. They get mistaken for. That's gonna sound kind of creepy. Your feet is. I'm done.
Your feet so flat that QAnon people have a convention about it.
I love that one. I love it.
Anyway, dear listeners, I have found a shoe that I love.
I'm listening.
It's called Zero Shoes with an X. Xero.
Of course it is.
They are like, they have zero, like any kind of arch, any kind of anything. They're one of those new natural fit shoes. They're a little bit of the rage with like runners and stuff of whatever.
Oh, yes.
They're so comfortable. They last forever. This is not sponsored. Plug right now. Xero shoes.
I mean, we could always just, tag them on our next Twitter post.
I will tag them on our next. Ooh, I need to do a Twitter post. Thank you for reminding me for our last episode
Lord
of Baking
Jesus,
Sugar.
Have mercy.
I know. You know what? Life is difficult. Life
is pain.
A many splendid thing.
Love is a many splendid thing. Sorry.
I don't. Dear listeners, I don't know what's happened to her. I don't know what's going on in her mind brain today. I don't know what she's looking up on her iPad. Probably Zero Shoes, as I mentioned them.
Yes, literally. This is what I'm doing.
Well, do you have flat feet, girl?
I have one flat foot. I wish I was joking, but I'm not.
No, that happens. Some people have arches that fall.
Yeah, I have. What was it? I discovered this. This was back in. This is back in college.
Mm-hmm.
So I got. What is that shoe? You know the Saucony shoes, Saucony.
Yeah.
Runnings, right?
Yeah.
So, strangely enough, this is actually very funny. At the Myrtle Beach outlet, that's literally where I got a pair. And it was so funny because I was like, it felt almost like there was a bar in the shoe.
Yep.
Like,
yep.
I was like, what is this feeling in my? And I kept looking at the shoe, and I'm like. Because you remember, I always wore Converse like forever and ever and ever. Yeah. So this was like one of the few times that I actually got a shoe with like an arch thing in it. And I was like, I thought something was wrong with the shoes. And so eventually I took them back because that was back when we were going there a lot. I took them back and they exchanged them. I got another pair. Same thing happened.
Yep.
And to come to find out, they were telling me, they're like, so like, what does this feel like when you're talking? Like, what is the problem you're talking about? And they're like, oh, you might have a flat foot. I was like, just the one? And like, yeah,
it happens. Girl, think about it like this. I have felt like that for every pair of shoes I've ever owned.
That sounds awful.
It is. There have been like even Chucks. Chucks don't come wide enough anymore.
I was gonna say Chucks are very narrow for your feet.
Yeah, Vans now makes wide shoes though. You have to special order them, but they make wide.
That's cool.
Yeah,
I should keep an eye out for them if they ever have them at the outlet for you.
They won't because they're special order.
Oh yeah, but a lot of those things go. You know, a lot of those special order type shoes, they end up in the outlets because they don't get ordered.
They are made to order in China.
Oh
yeah.
Oh.
I was like, they're coming straight from the plant from China. Well, that's interesting.
Oh,
are you okay over there?
I didn't know you were like that kind of like executive.
Girl, they were the same price.
Oh.
I don't know.
I thought you were spending like a lot more money and stuff like that. I'm like, yes, ma'am, Miss Mims.
No, girl. Executive, not that executive fish.
Okay. All right.
I'm middle management fish is what I am, girl.
That's still management, girl. Still management.
I manage people. I am a people manager. You know, that's the new thing that they call people management.
That's still salary, Handy.
It is, in fact, salary, girl. It is, in fact, salary. Oh, my God.
Sally's salary over here talking on the microphone.
So what else to do with you? And then we'll get in this episode.
Let's see.
There's a half-naked person in a jockstrap.
Hey. Speaking of half-naked people, we've started the season of improbably attractive men just walking around shirtless all over South Florida. I
thought you were going to say the new Go-Go Boy.
Oh God.
Reality.
Did you watch the first episode?
I have not watched any of that mess.
Okay, I tried to watch it.
I used to follow like two of them on OnlyFans.
Oh, I don't know any of them. I didn't know any of the actual people.
Mm-hmm.
So like, obviously, I guess because we're performers, we look at things differently. For me, it's not the show itself that I have a problem with. It's literally the host who I usually love on that other show that he does, and the judges who they're porn stars. So you know, because
they're go-go dancers.
Well, one of them is definitely a porn star because like I saw his name was on like nominations for like one of those years for the thing.
Oh yeah, but
anyway,
go-go dancers too.
Well, no, I get that part that they're both right. So anyway,
are you talking about the bear dude with all the hair?
The black guy.
Mm.
I was trying to watch it and I can't get past their delivery because none of them are people that should be talking on camera without a coach. And so everything sounds like they're trying but also reading the like the teleprompter.
Sounds like Brooklyn Heights.
Kind of. Yeah, kind of. And it's really bad because even the host, right, who I was expecting to be, whatever, it's just, I don't know. Everything feels so stilted and stiff and just like, it's really, I might try to watch like the second episode.
Because of course you will.
No. I give shows a chance. Right?
Which one got sent home at the end of the first episode?
I didn't get through the first episode. I had stopped literally. Like when I say I'm going to go back to it, I mean, I'm going to try to get through the first episode because I stopped about 12 minutes in.
Wow.
I didn't even get through the contestants introducing themselves all the way.
Jesus
because
Christ.
listening to them read their teleprompters was painful for me, like very painful. So their confessional booth things are, oh boy.
So the one I used to really follow on OnlyFans was the Hispanic one with the big hair, short, kind of chunky buff. Okay.
Like I said,
he usually does Barracuda.
But I am Facebook friends with that person that does that. I am, because I ended up connecting with him because somebody else was friends with him, and I ended up connecting him because I was like definitely trying to get Auntie Maim some bookings for some kind of any of their events. I would love that. So I do get a lot of Barracuda updates, but they don't exactly do a huge amount of events down in South Florida. It's more like Orlando that they do a lot of their events. So,
well, girl, just get on that train that ain't finished yet.
Lord have mercy, girl. I ain't got time to be waiting on the tracks. What you want me to do? Who am I? I'm not Wile E. Coyote. What's talking about?
You're already from the wrong side of them, so why not?
Lord have mercy. It's true. I was on the wrong side. It's completely true.
Were
Actually,
you?
was I on the wrong side?
No, they happened on the. Your
Well,
house
no,
was on the right side.
No, technically, my first house was on the right side. My second house was on the wrong side.
That's true. That's true.
Mm-hmm. Even though my second house was nicer than my first house, it was on the right side of the track.
But what you were saying is completely true.
So just like everything about my life, it's once again right down the middle.
Speaking of being right down the middle, girl, did you know we have a Patreon?
We got a what now?
A Patreon, and we've got a new patron.
Yes, ma'am. Who is it?
Her name is Elizabeth Johnson. I believe she's a friend of this pod right here.
Yes, Miss Johnson.
Thank you, Miss Johnson.
Thank you, Miss Johnson. For real. Thank you, Miss Johnson.
Miss Johnson, you'll be getting a email from me soon to talk about exactly what you want us to review on the patrons.
The patrons.
And we will figure it all out.
And thank you, Miss Johnson. Ooh, because I am for real.
Anyway, you can find our Patreon at patreon.com. Mims and Maim. Hey, Maim.
Yes.
Did you know that we have another podcast?
That sounds familiar. I know.
It's called Baking Sugar.
Ooh,
it is, in fact, a designing women podcast.
Oh, it's not a cooking podcast. Okay.
No, you can find that podcast wherever you get your podcasts.
Anywhere
like
that
Hex.
you get podcasts. Like X.
Hex.
Hex? Is that a podcast one now too?
No, that's an old department store. You don't remember going to Hex?
Oh, the HECHT, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Remember when we got that and everybody thought it was so fancy, but it was just like another version of Belk, basically.
Yeah. Lord. Or Dillard's. You could also go Dillard's.
Kenny, go to Dillard's. We got a
Dillard's
down here?
Dillard's has the largest selection of Fiesta wear in a department store. I learned that when I went to a Dillard's one time. And I picked up a piece of Fiesta wear. They're like, we have the largest collection at Dillard's. I'm like, oh my God, you need to settle the hell down.
Now I need to go to Dillard's.
Would you like Fiesta wear?
I do, actually. Okay. Yes. I had some. I'm not a collector. I just, I appreciate it.
Well, this is season 1, episode 20. Murder takes the bus.
Jeez.
Also called Murder on the Orient Express.
Basically.
Cabot Cove version.
Yes. I'm so excited about this episode. It is the most Hercule Poirot that this show has done so far.
So we're in Cabot Cove.
Hey, Cabot Cove.
And there's Tom Bosley.
Yes. Amos.
So they are going to the Maine Sheriff Association dinner,
where Jessica is the speaker.
Where Jessica is the speaker. So Linda Blair,
I know,
randomly comes out of the thing with a man.
Yes, I was so random.
She's pregnant. We'll talk more about her later.
Mm-hmm.
And they're taking the bus to Portland, Maine. Cyrus predicts rain. He's this old man.
Yep, he can smell it in the air.
He's a Mainer.
Yep.
I can't do a Maine accent.
Me neither. It's just gonna sound like Designing Women again.
Yeah. He's a Mainer. Like, I can do a pretentious like Savannah accent if you want for this. He's from Maine, and he predicts that there's gonna be some wet weather outside. It's going to be like a hurricane.
Welcome to Murder, She Wrote, as written by Tennessee Williams.
The normal bus driver is sick with the flu.
Oh, no.
The bus driver's now the dad from My Big Fat Greek Wedding.
Yes. It's just more and more people. I was like, what?
Well, and here's Rue McClanahan, too.
I know.
And what's his doodle for MASH?
Yeah, this wild episode. A lot of celebrities on this one.
Yep. I mean,
well, celebrities,
Rue
working
wasn't
actors.
quite a celebrity.
She wasn't. That was before. Well, no, she was a celebrity still at that point. She had done stuff in the 70s also.
The dude from MASH was probably and Linda Blair were probably the two most famous.
Yeah, I feel like Linda Blair was the biggie there, and I couldn't tell, and I didn't look this up, but I felt like the victim. Wasn't he the
I think he's
Riddler?
That guy.
Wasn't he the Riddler from
Was he
the
the Riddler?
60s Batmans?
Hold on here. You know what? We are going to look this up right now.
Because he looks so much like him at first.
Murder takes the bus. We have the cast. Let's go down here. We have top cast: Linda Blair, Michael Constantine, Tom Bosley, Steve Pascal. Is that no? Yes, Steve Pascal was the. Terrence Knox is known for being hold on here. My God. Go Wham. He was in Tour of Duty. He was on St. Elsewhere.
Oh, no, this can't be him. That's not him.
No. He was on Knots Landing, St. Elsewhere. He was in the original
Landing.
V. What'd you say, girl? What'd you say?
No, that's not. I don't think you're looking at the right person.
Terrence Knox? Isn't that him?
No, he's the John Davis Chandler. That's him.
Oh.
He was the guy.
Oh.
So
okay.
you say something cute while I look this up real quick.
Something cute, something cute, something cute, something cute.
Scroll back to the 60s. Oh, he was on an episode of Columbo.
Oh, good God.
Oh, stop it. You leave me in Columbo alone.
I'm not going to leave you. Okay, we're going to keep going with this episode.
He wasn't in Batman.
I know he wasn't. There was a storm coming in.
There's a big storm. I gotta work on my Maine accent.
Nah, don't worry about it. There's a man. Tom Bosley loses his halfway through this episode.
He never keeps it.
No, he's like, oh God. A man comes on the bus with a book.
Mm-hmm.
And he looks around and he looks scared.
Very scared.
Well, on the drive, the road, there's a roadblock, and you learn the road is getting ready to be washed out.
What?
So Rue McClanahan comes up behind JB, taps her on the shoulder, and says, you know what, JB? I'm a librarian, and your book is on our most stolen list.
What?
Uh-huh.
I call shade.
So there was a car that passed them, snuck around them, like at the stop. A little bit later on, it's on the side of the road in distress.
Not distress.
The bus driver picks him up,
mm-hmm.
and we see he has a gun.
Oh, he's definitely the killer. Oh, wait, nobody's died yet. Never mind. Hold on. Nobody's died.
So we're at... they drive a little bit more. The rain's getting worse. The storm's getting worse. And we're at the KKK, the Cozy Kitchen Corner.
I didn't even think of that.
The bus driver says, the bus has engine trouble.
Oh, that sounds terrible. Thank you for letting us know.
You're welcome. So Linda and her young husband are arguing.
No, but she's pregnant.
Well, everybody else files in the restaurant. The cafe owner gets coffee and like opens the bar for them to go in and get booze. And it pans the old man's being the old man. That's what I say about him this entire time. Because that weather ain't gonna let up. That weather's gonna keep getting worse.
He's a bit one note.
That weather. It'd be great if he just did the mid-Atlantic accent, like I was, the Catherine Hepburn. And like this, or the Cary Grant. One of these accents.
I like those.
Am I doing it?
Get close enough.
Good. I had somebody in Pennsylvania make fun of my accent because he had a really bad Jersey accent, and I couldn't understand what he was saying. He was saying the word half, and I was like, "Oh, you're saying half," and I put on the Southern. He's like, "Half?" I'm like, "Yeah, half." It makes more sense than whatever the hell you were saying.
Ouch. I think a lot of the Jersey accent, the part of the problem is it's like a lack of enunciation. It's like
it's or paying attention or whatever. So hold on, let me make sure we're recording. We are. Huzzah! Let's get back to this. Anyway, on the bus, people are arguing. The man with the book and the Linda Blair's husband. So the dude comes around, takes everybody's order, and Tom Bosley orders an apple pie with cheddar.
Have you ever had that before?
Yeah, it's delicious.
I've never had it before.
It's delicious.
Good.
Don't use cheap cheddar. Buy something like nice and aged and throw it on there and let melt.
But what is it just like a sweet and salty kind of thing?
Yes. Just go get yourself, girl. Go get yourself one of those frozen. Who's the apple pie by? What's the frozen one?
Mrs. Smith.
Go get yourself a Mrs. Smith apple pie.
Mm-hmm.
And some cheddar.
Oh, I ain't gotta go get Mrs. Smith, honey. I just go down to the Winn-Dixie. They got them things for $3.
You know whose apple pie you could be getting? A.
Oh my God.
B.
No.
Are her pies not good?
I didn't. So now you know me. I never slander Patti LaBelle. Never. However, I'm not a fan of her sweet potato pie versus my own pie.
Okay.
Now I understand why people like that pie because it is a specific type of sweet potato pie that a lot of people equate with like the perfect kind of pie. But versus my pie, I personally like my version of it. So, but that's just me. Like I said, the pie itself is fine. It's just not. It's not my kind of pie.
Well, the bus driver's back.
Hey, bus drivers.
The bus is still out of order. It's going to be a while. We're going to have to wait on something, blah, 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 blah.
Jeez, do you need some water, bus driver? You sound a little groggy.
Yeah. So, Julia, Jess heads out to the bus.
The crossover we didn't know we needed.
And there's the man with the book. It's dead. A screwdriver.
That's so weird. No, this might be weird. I'm not a doctor.
I know. Usually vodka and orange juice doesn't kill you.
Yeah. I'm not a doctor of any kind, but I just didn't know that the screwdriver like that could just kill a person, like up in that area of the body. Like it's
carotid artery.
Oh, that's where it was at?
I mean, no, it was in his back shoulder. But if it actually hit him like right here.
Well, that's what I mean. Like I was basing it on like where he actually got stuck. I was like, that doesn't seem like that would kill a person. But I'm not a doctor, so I don't know. Yeah, so not a doctor.
But like Star Jones, are you a lawyer?
Oh my gosh, where is she at? No, I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole.
She lost weight. She had that judge show for a while.
You keep throwing out names.
She was successful for a long time.
We should nominate her for the Supreme Court.
Oh, did you hear Wendy Williams under conservatorship now?
No.
I think it was TMZ that reported that.
Oh,
anyway, they find his wallet. And his name is, so she tells Tom Bosley, they go back in. They find his wallet, and his name is Gilbert Stoner, and he was just released from prison.
Oh, geez, that sucks. That sucks.
Rue walks onto the bus and faints. Just out.
That's that Emmy-winning work right there. There you go.
We learned her name is Miriam.
Oh, hey, girl, hey.
We also learned the phones are down at the KKK.
If you don't stop calling it that.
It's a bunch of white people in Maine. What you want me to call it?
Oh, that's true.
They ain't seen melanin ever.
Melanin, what's that? I like watermelonin.
Girl, that feels like a racism, but it's not. If I had said it, that would be a racism.
Cantaloupe and honeydew. I love the melanins.
Jesus Christ. Well, the phones are down, and Rue is freaking the fuck out.
Oh, no.
Amos introduced himself to everybody as a sheriff and says that he will get, he's going to take charge of this situation.
Mm-hmm.
We find out that Gilbert Stoner was a famous bank robber.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah, and he had two accomplices. He was the only one that was arrested,
mm-hmm.
and somebody died that evening. Or one of his accomplices and somebody else died that evening.
Okay.
So JB's like, well, where was everyone? Ken and Miriam from Boston, they were playing. Ken was Rue's husband. He was in there playing a video game. Roadhog. Cyrus Leffenwell, he was in the gift shop.
Why does that place have a gift shop, for God's sake?
I don't know. Steve and Jane Pascal. JB knows that he was talking, that Steve, Jane Pascal's Linda Blair, that Steve was in there talking to Stoner.
That's right.
Joe Dallin, the fishing captain, he was just in the bar having a drink. Carrie Drayson, who was a jewelry salesman, was in the bathroom.
Oh, okay. All right. The guy with the gun.
Yeah. Yeah. Chekhov's door slams open and scares Rue.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, God.
That's
like
ridiculous.
the Rue McClanahan felt like she should be in Clue the movie at this point. Just
I think that she took some inspiration from that. Definitely.
The Clue the movie wasn't out yet.
It wasn't even out. Oh man, I keep forgetting this show started in like '85.
Girl, we're still in season 1.
Oh, I remember. I know.
Of 10. 11, 13? How many seasons?
12. It's 12.
I don't know.
Now we didn't say we were. This is gonna be a long journey. We already knew all that, but thankfully.
So JB shows the picture that was in his wallet, in the victim's wallet, and was like, "Who is this man in this picture that looks a lot like you with the victim?" And Steve just walks off.
He's had enough. I've had it.
Linda Blair comes over. She walks on her hands and feet and kind of side crabs it over like she did on the, but she comes over on the ceiling like she did.
It was a throwback. Right?
Throwback, yeah.
Yep. Then the audience starts clapping because they're like, "Oh, she's doing the thing."
Yeah. She's like, "That was Steve's father. He and a bystander were killed during this. Steve's father was one of the bank robbers as well."
Correct.
Yeah. And $500,000, which is 2.5 RuPaul's Drag Races, is still hidden, and the third person is still at large.
Wow.
Yeah. So JB starts looking around. She turns on Roadhog to get some noise going to see if she could hear it, where she can hear it, and she finds out there are 3 ways to the outdoors.
That's correct.
So they go out to the bus one time, or they go out to the bus again, her and Amos, and they see the emergency dampener switch flashing.
That shouldn't be on.
Well, Amos like, "I was a bus driver. I know what buses are."
Have you ever? I didn't even know what that. I never heard of that before. A dampener.
No, I mean, I don't
know the first thing about buses. Like, I don't know anything about it. Right. I never was.
The only thing I know about buses is that they take you to Discovery Place.
Oh, Lord.
And to Fort Myers, or no, what was that? The Camp Myers, where my pair of glasses are on the bottom from 8th grade.
Yep.
You and I in that damn boat. What are they called? Paddle boat. And I turned real fast, and my glass just flew the fuck off.
We had to Velma you the rest of the day.
Oh, God. I don't even remember.
That's it. Man, it's really weird when you think about like all
Lake Myers.
All the field trips as kids, and now I'm like, my brain is struggling to remember like some of those places. Now
I remember. Well, that was a traumatic experience. That's the only reason I remember it. But I think you and I, after we got home, we walked over to the swim club and got candy.
Sounds like something I would do.
That was the best part about having that swim club, and the swim pool was not like I had a swim pool growing up. Yes, I am that bitch. I know.
He is.
But
luxury.
But those candies and stuff over there.
Luxury.
There were also lots of screaming kids in that were younger than us.
It.
I did
We've
too.
never, me and you have never really been into children. Like, that's just not a thing for us.
So JB goes wandering.
Mm-hmm.
She's opening doors and looking at stuff. She opened. There's a comedy whenever she opens up the door to the kitchen, and the owner of the KKK is there, and she waves at him.
And he's just like, "Nice to see ya."
Yeah. Well, JB finds a suitcase outside.
What?
And Steve is menacing over her. And she's like, "Help me." He's like, "I need to talk to you." She's like, "Okay, well, help me get this shit in and we'll talk."
Yeah, I'm getting wet out
Sorry.
here,
Help me get this shit in and we'll talk. Well, all of the clothes are ripped apart. Okay.
Wow.
And Mr. Pascal, Steve, basically says, well, the bank robbery ruined my life. Mm-hmm. And he just wanted to share the money.
Yeah.
But Stoner was a gross and just like a horrible man. Yes. So Pascal walked away. He's like, "I'm done with this. I'm letting all this go."
Which, I thought he probably could have just did that before getting on the bus. But, since his wife was trying.
JB was like, "Well, how did you know he was, going to be out?" And he's like, "Well, it was in the paper here."
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, "Oh, well, shit."
The theme of the day is newspapers.
The name of the named victim
Yes.
that was murdered that day is Julie Gibbons.
That sounds familiar.
The bus driver's last name is Gibbons. Gibbons.
What?
Amos knows who the killer was. He's known for a while.
Oh,
It's
wow.
Ben Gibbons, the bus driver.
There you go.
So Amos confronts him. You're crazy. No, you had the screwdriver because you had the thing and you had to hit it with the damper and you had to use the long screwdriver to get to it. Fine, I did it. I saw him and then I lost my mind and I killed him and blah 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 blah.
Wow. That was a really that's an early end of the episode.
Yep. No, wait, there's more.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. All right. Gotcha.
So JB's like, that man was not killed by a screwdriver. I'm a fool. He was already dead because there was no blood.
That's why.
He died of strangulation.
Strangulation?
Strangulation.
Okay.
Dear listeners, I hope you like how I missay words. I do know how to pronounce words.
Pronounce. Always on target.
Speaking, I haven't been to a Target in a while.
What's wrong with you? They're gonna take away your white card, girl.
I mean, I don't go to Walmart either.
Girl, they gonna take away your Southern card.
I'm an Amazon bitch.
Oh no, we've lost you.
I've been Bezos'd.
Oh no, not Bezos. I go to Dr. Bezos for my tits.
You should probably send them back and get a refund.
Oh.
Wait, do you really get your tits from Amazon?
Oh yeah.
Oh my God.
They're amazing.
Are they cheap?
Well, like 120, 140 bucks.
That's not bad for tits.
Yeah, full breastplate. It fits. Like, it's great. I mean, literally, like, the one time I got those buggers out, and being my attempt at being sexy, people were like, the one time they were like, those look real. I was like, I know, right? Like, they're right.
Do they smell real?
I mean, does anything?
Well, the phones are still out, but there's a CB in the office.
Oh, good.
And the dude with the gun decides to go uses it. Uses it. Good Lord. Spelled it wrong, and I said what was on my piece of paper. And he leaves his suitcase behind.
But the suitcase had a bunch of jewels in it and stuff.
Well, JB's a step ahead of you. She approaches him. He's like, look, I'm an insurer for the company that was involved in the bank robbery, and I'm just trying to find out where the money is.
Oh, gotcha. Yes.
So JB is still looking around. She noticed a book and his coat when the person walked onto the bus.
Okay.
And so she's looking around for it. So they go back out to the bus, and it's raining even more. It's really raining out there.
It's Category 3 at this point. Category 3.
Category 3 rainstorm. It's a howler.
I told you could smell it.
Dear listeners in the South, the rain smells like fungus sex. Anyway.
Boom chicka bow wow.
Boom chicka bow wow.
Ooh, making more fungi. Yeah.
So Stoner's body is in the wrong place.
Wait, what?
Yeah, it was in the seat ahead. The book and the coat are in the seat behind.
Whoa.
And she picks up the book, and it's The Night the Hangman Sang, first edition.
Oh. That seems very important to the plot of the story.
It does, doesn't it? It does.
Especially with a name like that. I mean, the name alone is like, whoa.
So The power goes out.
Oh no!
Amos goes to the generator, and with the owner.
Okay.
And JB sees someone running.
Oh jeez.
There's a gunshot. It was Drayson, the insurance person.
No.
'Tis only a flesh wound.
Okay, Monty Python.
But the CB is destroyed.
Dang it.
So they check everybody for the gun, and no one has the gun.
Well, that's no good.
So they're sitting there. They're sitting there. They're sitting there tending the wound. And the captain ties up the dude's arm like they do on the boats.
Yep.
But does he?
No.
Well, Escandalo, the book has disappeared.
Things just keep happening. People are dying. Books are missing.
There's so much happening. Isn't there so much plot to plow through like we are?
Books are missing. It's like a Republican convention.
Oh God! And they're still stuck there, and Rue is very nervous about all this. She's like, "There's a killer here. It's obviously not me. We're all gonna die."
They're like, "Yeah, probably. Here, have a drink."
Well, JB's like, "Y'all, I know who has the book.
What?
It's Rue."
Wait, but I'm confused. What?
Because the book is worth about $2,000 because of first edition.
Oh wow!
And like JB's like, well, if you empty your knitting bag, and prove yourself innocent, and her husband's like, just do it, and he picks up her bag and dumps it out. Girl, if we are ever somewhere, and I say I don't do something, and they say open your knitting bag to prove you didn't do it, just shut up. And let me steal the shit, okay?
Okay, sure.
If we are ever running a heist, a la Ocean's, what are they on now? 23?
I can't.
Girl, we need to be in an Ocean's movie.
I would love it. You and I,
as like the two like distractions.
Yes, and then we could like emerge from one of the elevators looking this amazing and doing a slow motion walk towards whatever the thing is we're supposed to be distracting from.
Did you watch the most recent season of Star Trek Picard?
Yes.
The scene where Alison Pill, when all the lights are out and she gets up there and does the singing scene. I did not like this season of Picard. I'm not going to lie to you.
Both of us didn't like it.
If it weren't for John Delancey carrying the entire show on his shoulder, I shouldn't say that. 7 of 9 was good too. But if it weren't for and so 3 good actors and the Romulan woman,
yes,
those 3, the whole weight of the show on mostly John Delancey and the other 2. Oh God, it's so bad.
Yeah,
like
yeah, I got. At first, I was in. Like at first, I liked it. Like at first,
yeah.
But the longer that it kept dwelling on the same subject matter, like
yeah,
I thought this could have been like 3 episodes, and you could have been done. But this could have.
I have not watched episode 3 of Strange New World yet. I'm very excited though. I so far the first 2. I just hope they stop mentioning that he knows when he died. That's the one thing I hope they stop mentioning.
I don't know if they're going to do that.
I hope they do.
I thought after the first episode where he basically says that it's over a decade away.
Yeah.
I thought, okay, great. So we've talked about it. We've addressed it. It's been said, right? Yeah. But yeah, I have the same fear that you have.
Like, I'll give it a few episodes, but as my husband said, it's Star Trek. They should mention it like twice and then wait for episode 53 and mention it again.
Yep. Literally.
Anyway,
I get for people that maybe didn't watch the other show, right?
Yeah.
Which they should have, but I can get why people would not, why they would say it a few times to make sure that people understand.
That's one thing about Discovery. It's so well acted. Like,
Oh my God,
she took that shitty script. Her and Doug Jones took those shitty scripts and like put something in them. Made you hate Book, who, you know, for the first season really enjoyed him, but like second season,
I was ready for him to go.
I know, right?
Every time I thought he was about to die, I got so excited. I was like, "Oh my gosh!"
We were like, "Oh my
Here we
God,
go.
it's finally gonna happen. It's finally gonna happen."
Please let
Although
this
the
be it.
president loved her,
Yes, I will admit.
loved her.
Yeah,
Want to see her in more things.
Yeah, I liked her too, actually.
Want a buddy comedy with her and the Romulan from
You're so stupid.
Pickard.
Not a buddy comedy.
Yeah, do you never see like two actors? You're like, I want to see them in a buddy comedy.
I can't say that I've ever had that thought before.
Like, I don't know, Melissa McCarthy and Leslie Jones in a buddy comedy.
I would rather see Melissa McCarthy and Leslie Jordan in a buddy comedy.
There you go. No, Leslie Jones and Leslie Jordan, the Leslies in a buddy comedy.
Oh my
There you
gosh, yes.
go. Yeah, like, or just like you could even make it a TV show where they're neighbors
Could you imagine?
or
if
roommates. Like they became roommates somehow.
Leslie Jordan plays a aging
Drag queen.
drag queen, almost like RuPaul in like 20 years. Leslie Jones is his nurse.
No, I'll change that to make it. She owns the drag club he works at.
Oh, but I want them to go on like adventures outside of the drag club, though. Like I want them to be.
Yeah, he tours.
Oh yes,
It's like
that's
his
it.
last tour.
Oh wait, that's his. So that's his manager. So she is manager.
There you go. And this is his swan song tour.
Yes. Oh. We should be telling this to somebody.
I know, right?
I wish. We knew people that made
Anyway,
money.
we'll write it up and send it to.
We'll do it. We'll send it to Leslie Jones
Yeah, what's that?
or Christian Siriano, since he is always up her butt.
You know that's true. God. Well, JB finds a key in the book.
I thought that was clever when she slid that little key up the
did.
back of the book. I did. I was like, that's cool.
And the captain, she hands the key to the captain and said, "Here's the key you've been looking for, because you obviously aren't a sailor, because a sailor would have tied that in a square knot." He grabs the gun out of a coat that was hanging up.
Oh no!
And like threatens all of them. And then a fight happens. The door flies open again. And they knock him out.
Oh man, that's
Take
good.
the gun. But the captain's like, y'all, I didn't kill him because I would have been captured. And that is not my jam, yo.
No.
They would have done a background check on me. I was just trying to get the money and get the hell out of here.
Yep.
And JB's like, I'm done with all this now.
I'm retiring to my bed quarters. On
Ben,
the bus.
you killed him. We were right all along. There was grease on the collar.
What?
No, I didn't. Yeah, there was grease on the collar, Ben. Nobody. You had grease from your tools and on your hands, and it couldn't have been anybody else. I rode off to begin with, which is something JB would never do. But
No.
I rode off to begin with, but now I know it was a mistake.
Jeez.
I got angry. He was so unrepentant. And the only way I had to escape was to confess it to begin with. But you got me. Oh no, what have I done? What have I done?
You and those meddling sheriffs.
Next morning, JB's talking to Mr. Man about the weather. And he's like, well, maybe he can plead temporary insanity because he was probably temporarily insane. And I think he'll probably get off. I hope he gets off. All these people getting off.
I know. She's got a great arrest rate, not so much a conviction rate.
Right. And then Amos was like, hey, well, there was a drawing for television. And Amos was like, I knew we should have been there. JB, you won the television.
What? I mean, it's not like she couldn't have just bought a TV. I mean, she's a world famous. I know, right? So it's like,
right.
So, I will tell you.
Girl, did you enjoy this episode?
Yes, Tom Bosley's in it. Yes, always. I already told you that. Tom, he's just like Alice Ghostley, right? If he's in this episode, I'm gonna like it. Yep. So because of Murder, She Wrote, I actually started watching another show that was similar in themes. People loved it, but I had never actually watched it. I've started watching Castle.
Okay.
Have you watched that show?
I have not watched Castle.
It's basically like, I mean, it's not like Murder, She Wrote in that there's a bunch of different celebrities and stuff like that, but it's a very similar. He's a writer. He writes mystery thrillers, and
Girl, I'm going to be honest with you. I don't like mystery shows that much. I mean, this is an exception. This was
not like a mystery show so much as it's more like
funny.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like this one's got like a humor to it.
Like, because that's why I like this. That's why I like Columbo, because there's a humor to it.
Well, the thing about Castle, I didn't understand. If somebody had told me this sooner, I would have watched it sooner. Which is, it's very much like Moonlighting.
Oh, I love Moonlight. Okay.
Yeah, it's that kind of like.
You know what? If we can find, it's so hard to find it.
Girl.
That is what we should do, because it is.
That's like Holy Grail territory.
Good. It really is, but you can't find it. Like it's only on DVD. I don't even know if it's on DVD.
I'm sure we could find it. I'm sure someone on eBay is selling bootleg copies of it.
Bootleg. Girl, why don't you?
Yes.
Tell our dear listeners.
Yes.
Where they may or may not be able to find you.
Oh, you're right. That sounds good. Hello, dear listeners. It's your favorite relation, Auntie Maim. You can find me on social media on the Facebook and Instagram at auntie.maim. That's MAIM. You can find me on Twitter at Maim Ministry. You can find me in real life. I'm a real breathing person. If you're ever down in the South Florida area, I do stand-up shows at Lit Bar in Wilton Manors, which is a little neighborhood in Fort Lauderdale. I do improvised comedy at the Villain Theater located in Midtown Miami. That's villaintheater.com. And I do a weekly karaoke / cabaret show in Miami Beach called Amazing Colossal Karaoke. I do a lot of stuff, as you can tell. I do manage to get sleep occasionally. How about you, my dear, sweet, adorable friend, Mims?
Hi, I'm the Mims. You can find me on Twitter at Mims. You can find this podcast on Twitter at YouSlayMePod. Hey, Maim, we have a Patreon.
What? Shut up.
You can find it online at patreon.com. Mims and Maim. Again, thank you, Liz.
Thanks, Liz.
Maim, we have another podcast.
Shut your mouth.
It's called Baking Sugar. You can find it on Twitter at Baking Sugar Pod, or just search for Baking Sugar. Probably throw a Mims and Maim in there, wherever you get your podcasts, like Dillard's. Let's see here. I that's really all I have. Maim, do you have anything else?
I just like to thank the Academy. I like to
Maim, why don't you say goodnight, Maim?
Good night, Maim. Good night.
Bye, y'all.